here with Mia Karlsson today. My name is Zoltan from Minotti London.
Yes.
I'm just going to ask a few questions because we've known each other for a very, very long time.
Decades.
I think
it's
literally.
I mean, I'm not going to ask how old you are, but I certainly know I'm very old. So it's been a long time.
Maybe a long time, exactly.
Yes.
What are the 3 words you would describe Minotti?
Easy, elegant, timeless, and quality.
Perfect. And
I mean, that's so easy, actually. That's like done deal. Yeah.
Very nice. To be fair, I actually think exactly the same.
I know.
Because not just because obviously I work for Minotti, but I think it is really a brand of 70 years of
100%.
amazing craftsmanship, and we work with amazing designers as well. Obviously, Rodolfo Dordini was the main designer for many years, but we introduced a couple of new designers now, such as the Scandinavian, Danish, Italian couple, Ganfrantesi. What is your opinion about that? You coming from Sweden, obviously. What
really love it. I mean, as soon as, do you remember I came into the showroom the first time and I saw the new pieces and it was home. It's kind of what I remember, but it's what I remember as I grew up in the north of Sweden. The simplicity and the style and the craftsmanship of the wood that is used. So the soft lines of the wood and then with the lovely, lovely upholstery. But it's much more refined. So it's what I remember, but plus.
It's a little bit of twist with the Italian flair.
Exactly. So you have that Italian leather in particular. I guess the leather then with the wood is the combination of the Scandinavian with the Italian. I love them. They're beautiful. And they're very open and sort of light-footed and elegant. Fantastic. Love it.
Perfect. So basically that applies, I think, for lots of the pieces as well. We were just talking about, for example, the older pieces, the Hamilton you used to use for many, many projects. So what did you like about those? Just the clean lines,
Hamilton
the elegance?
the Hamilton I was introduced to when I was in the inception of my career as a designer. I was freelancing, and that particular company used the Hamilton time and time again. I can't even remember how many projects I drew or specified that sofa for. And what I found and what I learned then is the quality, needless to say, but also how it could fit into any situation, because the modular system of the Hamilton in particular fitted into larger spaces and the smaller apartments that you have in London. So it's the perfect piece. It's beautiful.
And also I think what you just mentioned, it's very clean, very sleek lines, so you can actually mix it a little bit with a bit of eclectic or even maybe antique pieces or vintage pieces. So which was the most exciting project you used Minotti for?
The most exciting, actually, it's not one project, there are a few. I will take as an example, I moved on from the Hamilton. So when I started my own company, this is over it's a decade or so ago, I started then falling in love with the Andersen. And in particular, when the Andersen came as the Andersen quilted version, I thought, this is amazing, I love it for many reasons. And what I found, and actually I was going over my pictures of Minotti items I've used in my projects. Of course, we can't photograph all of them, unfortunately. Some of the most amazing projects are not photographed because the clients wish not to have them published. But the Andersen I've used in an historical Grade 1 listed building in Hampstead. So it has paneling, it's got an 8 ceiling, stone windows. It's very, very historical looking. The Hamilton, amazing. Fitted in like a glove. It didn't interfere with the backdrop of the traditional ornate property, and held its own. It wasn't disappearing either. It's just a beautiful, simple way, and it was beautiful. One would have thought a Chesterfield would have been, but actually the Andersen in this setting highlighted the backdrop because it's so simple and beautiful and clean in itself. The next one I found an image of was a sort of more contemporary, normal London, family dwelling, Chiswick. And again, amazing. It just looks great, but in a very strong colour. So that was the difference with the first project. It was a neutral tone.
Just a little bit
because
more
the wood
muted.
backdrop and the stone windows and so on. And for the second one in the more family home, Chiswick, it was a very strong colour, which then made it take on a different strength. And the final one I selected was, I used it in a very modern property in Ealing. So it's very, very modern. And still, it just looks beautiful. So I can't, wherever you put this piece, it works from a design point of view. I mean, let alone talking about the quality and the practicality of it, which makes it sell itself. But the look of it is so simple and so clean. It just works in any setting. And I think that is unique, actually. One thing about the quality, I must say it's far, far superior, in my opinion, to, I'm not going to mention names, but to other Italian brands, for example, is the quality of the fabric. The fabric is incredible. The quality, the fabric, the frame has, I mean, you know, I can talk about Minotti sofas because you taught me. Because you have taught me exactly. And of course I've been to the showrooms and I've been to the fairs and so on. So I know how they are constructed, which means I can divulge that information to my clients. And actually it's a no-brainer. It sells itself, providing they have, you know, fits the space and they have the money to pay for it. But I always say you're going to change your car before you change your sofa. And you're going to spend more time on your sofa, most people anyway, then you're going to sit in your car. It has to work hard. It has to. That is one of the key pieces you're going to purchase. Spend wisely. Don't go for something that is lesser. They will not last the time that it needs to last.
Be amazing quality.
Exactly. So it's an easy.
Do you think when actually you got to the stage of the process to come to showrooms?
Yes.
Is it very important for the clients to see and feel the quality?
100%.
Because you mentioned actually educating in a way people what they can have.
Absolutely. So I've already pre-prepared them, and then I do a recap together with you often, as you are my favorite person in the showroom. And we work together, so we have obviously conversations between us and the clients. And it's not trying to sell them anything, it's just presenting what is a fact, and then it's for them to make that decision. So they're not pushed into something. But it's very important, particularly when you're looking for upholstered items, so sofas, armchairs and so on, that the clients need to sit in the piece. So unfortunately sometimes no showroom can have all the pieces available. And it depends on the client. Some are more sort of easy with that, but most of them want to sit and feel.
I also feel sometimes when you come, for example, with clients to the showroom, once people sit and feel, they might actually fall in love with other pieces as well.
100%.
And
yes.
That can work in both ways.
Yes.
Just to have the visits.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm doing this house, which is it's actually for TV presenter. I'm not going to mention names. And they have a very big cinema room, a sort of cinema room downstairs in this property of theirs in North London, and it's very big. So the Connery,
a nice big composition
would be incredible because you would see it from the back, from the front, from the side. So yes, absolutely. And also I think we mentioned another project, which is a chapel in Hampstead. So the space is incredible. It's I think 8 to 9 meters high ceilings. And we're looking at particularly another composition, which is, I can't remember
the Lawson sofa.
The Lawson sofa, exactly. So we were looking at that, and that would fit beautifully. So that's another really incredible space, that when you have these big compositions, you can actually use the sofas that look as good from the back, the side, and the front, as they're not going to be against the wall.
And that is actually the piece. The Lawson is the piece which is very incredible and unique from the back, because you can have the back part in leather finish. You can mix and match the fabrics on it as well.
Yes. Very exciting. Another piece I like, and I put a lot in, is the Caesar table. And that is my little colour thing. Yes.
Just a splash
and the
of
high
colour.
gloss actually, together with and if you have a neutral sofa fabric, then to have that splash of colour. And it can be quite a contrast in colour. It can be quite contrary if you want to even, and it looks fantastic.
So you try to always introduce quite a lot of colour in the projects you are working on.
To make people smile.
Okay, that's a good thing.
And it doesn't have to be a lot of colour, but just a little sort of drip here and there that you look and you kind of don't potentially expect it. It just makes you think, oh, that's nice. It makes you sort of happy, yes. And of course it has to be a colour that the client will make the client smile. I mean, it's no good for them if I'm smiling, if they don't like it. So they have to smile as well. But yes.
Fantastic.
Just to make it more fun. Yeah.
Brilliant. I think that's actually a perfect ending for our chat. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
And
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hope to see you soon.
See you
we
soon.
have lots of projects to complete.
Yes, we do.